like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave me a comment. Without further ado,
Hyperdellic. Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic, and today we're gonna be looking at something a little different. The Simpsons figures. We got Bart and we got Homer. This is from Jakks Pacific. Okay, these are some of the best figures I think I've seen out of Jakks Pacific. I don't get me wrong, I love the Nintendo properties, mainly because it's Nintendo. I mean, you could pretty much like mold a Super Mario out of dog poop, and I would probably still be like, oh, what? It's Mario. So, I mean, but the Simpsons, listen, the Playmates had a line a long time ago, and they were really good. And we haven't really seen that since. Super 7 did these, and I'm going to say this. I said it the other day on Punk's stream, and I'm going to keep on saying this about Super 7. Their articulation is trash. It's not good. For a company that wants to call their line Ultimates, they are not always that. Jakks is like somewhere in the middle. Like, Jakks is always like, oh, they've got some fun toys. But usually it's not like, man, I got to collect these. These, my wife's going to kill me. Let's take a look at the backs of these. Homer's package got a little janked up, but I'm not going to keep them. These are what you can get. We got Bart and Homer. I saw Otto there, and I did not see Groundskeeper Willie, but I saw Otto. I passed on Otto just because I didn't need all four of them. I'm going to see how I like these, and then I'll move forward with more later if I like them. Like, sometimes I'm not too keen on the way Jakks Pacific does their articulation. Like, the Nintendo line is not always great. Sometimes the Sonic the Hedgehog figures are really good, really well done. So I'm hoping that this is more of that than what we saw with some of the old Mario stuff. And listen, the Mario stuff always looks wonderful, and that's what I buy it for. When I buy something Mario or buy something Nintendo, it's because it looks great, right? You put it up on a shelf, it looks amazing. Right? Is it real articulated? Nope. It's got weird articulation. A lot of the Nintendo stuff has weird articulation. Articulation in places where you're like, maybe they didn't even need to do this. And then like not articulation where you want it. Hopefully, these are different. Here's that bottom of the box for you if you want to check out that information. But I'm going to cut away and I'm going to open these. And then we'll go over some of their finer points. All right, let's do it. Right? No. All right, I'm no Danny Elfman. All right, so it's been a couple of weeks actually since I grabbed these originally, and in that time I've picked up Otto. Oh, yeah, of course he's gonna drop his guitar right when I say his name. I got Otto, and I got Willie. Hey, it's Willie, Groundskeeper Willie. If you're nasty. I gotta say, these are some fantastic figures. These are $10 figures. $10. Well, okay, like they're 12 something. So like if you buy two of them, you're spending about as much as you would on a 6-inch figure. So that's not terrible. And I'm gonna tell you, like, these figures have some crazy awesome like articulation for the $10 price point. They've got some fantastic accessories. Like, I beg you to compare this to a reaction figure where you might get some sort of a accessory with it or something along those lines, but you tend to get about 5 cents worth of plastic in the whole entire thing. Here, you're getting an amazing value for your dollar. And I hate to like reduce collecting to the price point, but these days we've been seeing some serious price hikes in action figure collecting. And you got to bring attention to the fact that some companies are doing so much more and we're paying nowhere near what some other companies are. I mean, like, look at Mondo. Mondo's putting out a $100 Peter Venkman that I guarantee you doesn't cost anywhere near $100 to produce, right? And if it does, they're doing something wrong. Production-wise, you are doing something wrong if it costs $100. You are not mass producing these things. You are not creating these for a large audience. These have been mass produced and created for a large audience, and they are at a great price point. And I'm going to tell you, like, Bart comes with his skateboard, right? Homer comes with a donut box with a spot for the donut that he holds that has bites out of it. You can actually put the donut in there, okay? Axel has a tape deck on him, and he comes with this guitar, right? You can't take the tape deck off, nothing like that. And the guitar, I'm going to say this much. You might want to like put some sticky tab stuff or, you know, museum putty or something like that on the back of it and stick it to him, because he's going to drop it constantly. Right? And that brings us to Groundskeeper Willie. His sculpt is great. It's fantastic. But his bagpipes, they don't like to play nice. Right? You got to kind of get it right in a perfect sweet spot. And his shovel likes to pop out of his hand constantly. Still not complaining for the amount of money that I paid for these. And I mean, these are nicely, you know, nice heavy figures. They've got some weight to them. They're not cheap, right? They're not cheap at all. At least they don't feel like they're cheap. But let's take a closer look at all of them. I'm going to take a closer look at each and every one of them. We're probably going to skip out on photos this time around, just because it's The Simpsons. We don't need photos for these guys. I might do some photos for Instagram or something, but I just want to talk about this whole wave, right? I'm still looking for the Bartman that's supposed to come with this wave too. There's a Walmart exclusive Bartman. I have yet to see him at my Walmart. I'm fearful that I will never see him at my Walmart. So if anybody finds Bartman and you want to like send it out to me, I mean, I'll pay for it, but you know, hit me up. My contact info is down below in the description. But let's take a closer look at these guys.
Hyperdellic.
No! Right? Oh man, I love Homer. So the likenesses are pretty spot on. Jakks did a wonderful job of kind of hitting all of the right visual notes. I think Homer looks fantastic. He's a little shiny. I'm not gonna like, that's a little bit, you know, bothersome, but because all the other figures have a nice matte finish, he's all chrome domed out and shiny. I don't know if they did that on purpose or what, but there's that. Okay. Articulation wise, they're limited, but they are great for what they are. Like, right? Like Homer's not going to be doing any butt kicking, but he's actually got foot articulation. The knee bends to about 90, so you can put him in a seating position. You know, sitting on the couch. What else is he supposed to do? Right? There is waist articulation. It's pretty decent. I mean, you'll go all the way around. Right? The arms are a simple ball on a peg rocker, or not ball on a peg, but rocker peg situation. I'm not sure what's going on with mine there. That looks weird, but there's a bicep cut. The elbow bends to almost 90 degrees. There's a horizontal wrist rocker, and it will rotate 360. The head rotates 360. There's no forwards or backwards. That is my only disappointment in this figure and the whole entire series. There is no backwards and forwards or side-to-side articulation. I mean, it's The Simpsons. They're cartoony, and I suppose we can live with it. But here, let's keep going down the line. I don't want to waste too much time on one specific figure. Here's Bart. There's where he rotates. Same thing here. We've got a bicep cut, wrist rocker, horizontal, elbow that goes a little bit better than 90 degrees. He's a little less chunky, so he gets a little bit more range, I suppose. It's not terrible. Like, again, realistic expectations need to be, you know, provided, because they are $10 figures. Okay, he's about maybe 4 inches tall. Okay, let's see. He can sit down. Legs. He's got a swivel, right? He's got a leg swivel right there, and he's got a swivel down by the ankle too. And then knee bends a little bit better than 90 degrees, just a little bit better. He doesn't have any like side to side ankle rotate. Oh no, maybe he does just a little bit, just a little. You don't really need much. And then he of course also has waist articulation. Next up is Otto. Whoa, man. Whoa, check out his fingers. They're the things he fings with. Alright, so here's Otto. Very much the same. He's got that. Although his hair sort of gets in the way of his articulation a little. maybe not, actually. It looks like it's just right about there. Like, I guess it doesn't. It's like perfect, actually. Bicep cut. Elbow bends a little bit better than 90, a little bit better. And then a horizontal wrist rocker. Waist articulation. He doesn't sit very well. Like his pants, that's about as far as he sits. Okay. He's got articulation or a cut there, right? So it moves there. Knee bends a little bit better than 90 again. And then the ankle rotates, and there's a little bit of that side to side give. A little bit. It's not a lot though. I got to assume that they're on like some sort of peg, like a ball peg. But I don't know, and I don't want to break it pulling it apart because it may not, mean to come apart. All right, now, last and definitely not least is Wooly. Hey, I ate your dog. Freaking love Willie. Now, the first thing I'm going to point out about his sculpt is that his legs do not articulate like straight up and down. Okay, you are not going to get them, and there is nothing wrong with that. Willie's supposed to have like a hunched over sort of, action-y stance all the time, I suppose. He's got a waist cut, and just like all the other ones, the arm is articulated. There's a cut right there that's very obvious. I feel like they could have hidden it. Maybe not. The elbow is about 90, a little bit more maybe, and then a horizontal rocker. Again, Willie's head only rotates 360, so you do stuff like that. Hey, my head is turning the wrong way. He can sit, right? You can sit him fairly decently. Legs, well, there's no butt kicking going to be happening here. He's not going to be doing the splits either, because these guys don't really have very good like outward articulation either. Let's see, Bart's crotch. Same thing with Homer. Homer's got, you get a little bit of like articulation. You can give him kind of a wider stance in posing, but it's not much. And I'm gonna say, like with Willie, like, and all of these guys, like the details are very nice. They're very cartoony, simplified details. Like there's his Walkman, but they painted the buttons, they painted the the front of it. They gave him a little, they hit a lot of the cartoony points. The hair, I feel like, shouldn't be so shiny, but hey, you know what? Again, $10 figure. His shoes are painted up cool. Like the details, though minor because they are a cartoon property, are nice. They are clean. Now, I'm gonna say this much: Otto's is not so bad. Willie's stare is not so bad either, although he does look kind of. He doesn't look so dead inside. Homer and Bart both look dead inside. They just look dead inside, and I thought about maybe increasing their pupil sizes or something like that. I don't know what to do. I'm probably just gonna leave it alone, honestly. But there's this like weird, almost no soul kind of look to them. And I don't know what the heck I'm talking about now. Anyways, So I mean, take it for what you will. Like I look at these guys and I'm like, man, they look like they're just like off into nowhere. Homer's eyeballs are not painted on straight. Neither are Bart's. It looks like they're a little off. Like Homer's, you can tell. Like this is definitely crooked. Let's see if Otto's are crooked. A little bit, but like I think Otto's eyes are usually crooked, and like Willie's, he's always got like a crazy googly eye thing going on, anyways too. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I still think they look fantastic. They look fun on the shelf. Like they're bright, they're colorful. They've got some really nice pop to them. I truthfully, honestly dig these. It's funny, like I have Cosmic Legions figures. I've got some NECA figures. You go for like some of the more premium ones. And it's funny because 9 times out of 10, the figures that wow me the most are usually the smaller, cheaper figures, and I don't know why. So I mean, take that for what it's worth as far as old Hyperdellic goes. Like I like the cheap figs. I don't know. I'm more of a commoner, I suppose. I don't know. But I love these, and I think that these are fantastic. I think, honestly, as the years go by, Jakks Pacific, it always makes me feel like I'm saying specific, and I'm not. I'm saying Pacific, but it comes out that way. But Jakks Pacific has been really doing well, like the last few years. Like, there's a couple of issues I had with the Super Mario Brothers movie figures, especially like where the hip was. There was like metal pins that were popping out, and I don't know what the heck that was about. Never seen that on any other Jakks Pacific figure before that. But Jakks does Jakks does a really nice job of capturing the idea of the figure, of the character. Like they do an excellent job with Nintendo, World of Nintendo, and all of those. Like I recently did a review of their Link with the Master Sword and Shield, and I love that figure. It's one of my new favorites. Like it's a great figure. So I mean, yeah, take that for what it's worth. These figures are cheap financially, but like they appear to have been done well. Okay, so don't have any worries. If you pick one of these up for $12, you're definitely getting $12 worth of value. I guarantee it. All right, well let's finish this up and give some final thoughts.
Hyperdellic.
All right, and conclusion time. So, my overall assessment of the Jakks Pacific Simpsons Wave 1. These are the 5-inch figures. There is also a 2.5-inch figure line. Those ones have a lot less articulation. I will probably not be picking those up, but sometimes I say things like that, and then I change my mind. But for the most part, I think I prefer these. There are premium 5.5 inch figures. There's a Homer with a kiddie pool and green paint. It's Angry Homer. And then there's like Dracula, Mr. Burns, and what was the last one? Was Duffman. I think the only one that I'm actually interested in out of those three is probably the Angry Homer one. But that's just because I want the kiddie pool for like some stop motion photography stuff that I want to do. Overall, I think this line is a 10, right? On a 1 to 10 scale, I think they hit the 10 mark. Okay, wait. I'm going to say 9.5. The head articulation aggravates me. That's my only issue. The colors, the fact that they have so many points of articulation in a 5-inch figure at a $12 price point. Okay, $13 after tax and everything, I guess, but yeah, these are phenomenal action figures. They look great. They have nice accessories that come with them. Willie's accessories aggravate the hell out of me, but they still look good, right? They still look good. That bagpipes thing is hard to keep in his hands, but Willie himself looks great. Homer looks great. Otto looks great. Bart looks fantastic. I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard to screw up The Simpsons. So long as you just follow the character design, you'll be okay. Do I think these are worth collecting over the Super 7 Ultimates? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm going to say that. I'm just going to say it. The Super 7 Ultimates figures are not well articulated. Okay? Super 7 has trash articulation. I'm just going to say it. I collect Super 7 stuff. I like Super 7 stuff. I think that a lot of times Super 7 does a really good job. Are they a little on the boutique side? Yes, they are a little boutique. But I definitely believe that these are well worth your dollar, more than trying to collect those Super 7 figures. These they just feel right, okay? They look amazing. We're getting main family members in the first wave. Super 7 didn't do that. They have yet to put, I think they've yet to put just the plain family members all out. I don't think they've even come close to it yet. But yeah, we're probably going to get that within wave 2, maybe. It looks like we're already getting the rest of the family, I think. So, and without having the Bartman figure in my hand, I guess I can't really give you a full wave 1 review. I just couldn't track it down. I tried. I tried to get him, but he was just nowhere available. I think that you should, if you are into The Simpsons, you should get these figures. Okay, like if you are into collecting and you have been waiting for a line that is accessible and is probably going to hit all the nostalgic and current points that you want them to hit, this looks like this is going to be the line. Like, they look like they're doing a really good job trying to capture the feel of The Simpsons with these figures, and I think they honestly do a really good job. I love that Bart. The Bart is great. Homer is fantastic. Homer is always going to be one of my favorite characters. Otto is wonderful looking. So is Willie. You know what, Willie? You're going to close out today. Aye, all right. I'll do it. But only because you asked so nicely. I didn't really ask very nicely at all. Well, screw you then. Sorry. Boy. Oh yeah, I threw Otto's and Groundskeeper Willie's boxes in the background for you guys, just to, just in case you guys wanted to see, because I didn't have them in the beginning of the video. But yeah, Willie. Yeah, what? Tell everybody what you liked about this video. I didn't like the video at all. I ate it all. Willie, will you tell people what to do? I love to tell people what to do. Over here, subscribe and turn on notifications. Now he's turning. He's becoming freaking Jamaican or something. It sounds like. Hey. What else, Willie? What else should people do? Hit the like button. Hit. Head paper. Bet you don't know what that's from. Willie, what else should people do? Well, there's a description down there, and there's links. Check them out. Support Hyperdellic. Yeah, that way you can keep on seeing stupid stuff like this. All right, kids. This has been Willie and Bart and Homer and Otto and Hyperdellic. I think I said me before, but if I didn't, hey, me too. Saying, have a great day. I love you all. Thank you for checking out my videos. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. All right, play hard.